When we first meet Temporal Agent Daniels, we assume that he is one of the good guys. He certainly portrays himself as such. But when you consider how shifty he ultimately turns out to be, how he answers in doublespeak, and ultimately that temporal agents don't really seem to stop temporal incursions unless it benefits the Federation, one wonders, could Daniels have actually been a part of Section 31? For those who care, there will be mild Discovery spoilers within this video. When taking a look at the history of both the Temporal Time Agents and Section 31, there are some vast inconsistencies. Issues and loopholes that can't really be explained unless you combine the two entities. We know that according to Star Trek Discovery, Section 31 began working on time travel utilizing Project Daedalus. We also know that Section 31 had a presence on the USS Discovery, the ship that had the experimental spore drive that can instantly put you anywhere and also travel through time. By the end of Season 2, Section 31 would be reorganized and would no longer be a recognized organization within Starfleet. They would move into the shadows. Additionally, it was determined that the knowledge of the USS Discovery, Project Daedalus, and the spore drive would be wiped from memory, wiped from time effectively. In future shows, including the original series and The Next Generation, these entities are seemingly completely unknown, never brought up. So, what if Section 31 had decided that instead of being a secret organization in the shadows, never to be seen, they would become the arbiters of time. Reconstructing a Red Angel suit, they would jump throughout time and make adjustments as necessary. Think about it, it makes perfect sense. First, if we look at the technology utilized by Section 31 throughout the series, including Discovery with the weapons and comm units, and then we look at DS9 with the ability to randomly appear without being detected, and then we look at what the temporal agents can do in Enterprise and Voyager, which is insurmountable, it all ties together. In fact, it explains why Voyager is constantly told they can't get back utilizing time travel but staying in the same quadrant because Section 31 knew that they would either cripple or destroy the Borg at a later point. Additionally, Section 31 is able to work within the shadows and is never discovered, as far as we know, by the Obsidian Order, Tal Shiar, nor Dominion intelligence networks. This seems monumentally unlikely unless Section 31 is able to manipulate time. Any instance that an enemy would gain knowledge of Section 31 would be rewritten. With this, everything just fits. Section 31 would make sure that the knowledge of Discovery would never be realized, but ensure that Discovery still existed. They would only stop temporal issues that negatively impact Federation interests. This is why we don't see them in First Contact, but do in certain instances in Voyager. It could even add dynamics to the temporal Cold War. It is possible that the Cold War did indeed have terrorist organizations that wanted to rewrite history. But what if it was a war for the soul of Section 31? It is often rumored that Future Guy was to be Archer, so what if Archer realized that Daniels was fully a part of Section 31 and was trying to stop him? Imagine too how inconceivable the creation and the operation to genocide the changelings was. When they discussed how many people it would take to infect Odo, it seems startling. What if Section 31 manipulated time, ensuring that the right people were there and were put into power so that there would be no issues? They left nothing to chance. In the end, we always looked at Section 31 to be hiding in the shadows, but what if that's not true? What if they weren't hiding in the shadows, but the shadows themselves?